do my doubts need to disappear? What does it mean to be awake? I mean, this is what I've been really thinking about. Like, how will I know when I'm really...
Well, tell me what it's like to not be awake.
Not be conscious of things.
It
You're
is.
saying it's not...
I think your real question is, what's the difference between thought and awareness?
Yes, I am aware
Of what?
of the difference between thought. I know when I'm awareness and I'm not. Thoughts come into my field of awareness.
Yeah.
So for me, it's very different.
And so you're aware of thoughts occurring. This awareness that you have and that you are before thoughts is occurring. What is that?
I'm aware that that's who I am.
Yes, that's what you are. So you says, how will I know when I am awake? Are you asleep right now? Are you alert right now? Are you awake right now? Well, you're awake right now. That's it. You see, we have so many concepts. You might want to look to see that you probably are having concepts about what being aware or being awake, you see, and being identified with thought or at the effect of thought. You see, it's just make this distinction. Make this distinction between awareness and thought. Now, you may have a concept that you have a distinction between awareness and thought, but I would suggest that you take a look, because it would seem to me you actually don't have that distinction. You have it, but you're not making that distinction. You're not seeing that distinction. You're not knowing that distinction between awareness and thought.
Not 24/7.
Well,
sometimes, yeah.
be 24/7. It's very simple. It's really quite simple. You are aware 24/7. Even during dreamless sleep, you do not cease existing, do you?
I don't experience that.
Yes, because the mind is not present.
Yeah.
Because the mind is not present, but you do not cease to exist. When you wake up from sleep, you knew you were asleep. You says, I slept well. I had a happy sleep. I had a good sleep. Or I had a fitful sleep. So your awareness was always there. It was present even during dreamless sleep. Your awareness is your being. It is your very existence itself. And it never ceases. This awareness that you are was never born. It will never die. It's just that we don't recognize, we don't recognize, we usually don't know this awareness for what it is. Now, you can't see your awareness. Awareness is what does the seeing. No matter what is going on, as awareness, it is seeing everything that is going on, including your mind, your body, your thoughts, your doubts, you see, your emotions, all of your feelings, all of that is going on in, or on, however you want to look at it, this awareness that you are.
So sometimes I can rest in that place of being aware that I've experienced that to be true, that there was this awareness always before Diana came, etc. But other times not. So.
Well, when you're not, what's going on?
I'm misidentified with Diana.
You identify with your thoughts, with your body, your mind.
Yeah.
Well, but you have not ceased being aware.
Exactly. But I'm not resting in it. So, to me, there's
you can never not rest in it. Right now, as your body, for example, can your body ever leave space?
What do you mean?
Well, right now, could you actually get up and move and leave space? Could you?
Could I get up and leave this space?
Yes. Could you?
Sure.
No, you can't leave space, can you?
Oh, space in general.
Yes, space, just space. So a body cannot leave space, can it? Huh? You as being, you as a body, you as mind, you as thought, cannot leave awareness. Awareness is ever present, always present.
So why do we experience that we do?
Well, what you do is you lose and are incorrectly identifying the mind as being awareness. The mind is thought, it's not awareness. There's a difference between thought and awareness.
I know that. I'm aware of that difference, but it seems...
Are you?
Yes.
Well, then what's the problem?
Sometimes I forget.
How do you forget?
It's a pattern. I think it's a pattern that...
So, okay, I accept that. You have a habit then of forgetting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while you're having this habit of forgetting, you as awareness are meditating a separate self-identity. You're seeing yourself as the mind. You're seeing yourself as your body.
So does a person reach a place where they can't do that anymore?
You can do that right now, this very instant. Just make the distinction between your mind and your body and you.
Does it ever become permanent?
It's always permanent.
Does the awareness of it ever become permanent?
It always is permanent. It's never not.
Does one ever reach a place where they stop making the mistake in misidentification?
Well, you can, yes. Just stop identifying with your body and your mind as being you and see that your body and your mind is not you. You as awareness, you're not really making this distinction exactly yet. You might not have yet awakened to awareness. You may say that you have awakened, but saying that you're awakening, you're having awakened and awakening are two different things.
It feels like I'm aware of it sometimes and not always.
Well, in being with you, what is being revealed is that you're in your mind. You're in your mind and identified with your mind, and your body is being you. That's a misidentification, and this misidentification is the difficulty. That's the problem.
Well, I guess it's because my mind is the part that wants to understand this.
The mind, I'm sorry?
The mind is the part that wants to understand this when I'm in my awareness.
Well, yes, I can be with you in that, but you see, the mind will never understand awareness. Awareness is prior to the mind. The mind draws its very light, its energy, its power from the awareness, from the self that you are. It's like your eyes. Can your eyes ever see themselves? Have you ever seen your own face? No, you can't see your own face. You can't see your own awareness, but you're identified with your mind wanting to see awareness. You can't see awareness. Awareness is what you are that gives the light to the mind, gives the ability to function, to see, to know to the mind. But the mind cannot know the awareness that you are. You can only be and always are only the awareness that you are. You're never not the awareness and never not really knowing the awareness. It's just that you are identifying with what you're not, believing what you're not is what you are.
So when I'm resting in the place that I call, I'm like before the mind, watching the mind, seeing the thoughts come and go. You're saying that's also mind?
No, if you are truly resting in the awareness as the awareness, seeing the thoughts come and go, that is the awareness. You are in the awareness. In fact, you can never not be in the awareness. Awareness is what you are. How far away from you are you? How far away are you from yourself? Exactly. See, it's making the distinction as to what self is. Self is pure existence itself, pure awareness itself. Call it consciousness, call it awareness. It's pure awareness itself. And the awakening to this pure awareness as your existence. When this awakening occurs, as it occurs, the realization itself is joy. The nature of it is joy or bliss. Just let go into it, this instant, this moment. It's what you always already are. It's not elsewhere. It has never been elsewhere. Very simply, no matter where you go, there you are. But you may think you're elsewhere. You may think that you are other than what you are. That's the mind entering in, see? That's you identifying with the mind. It's make the distinction between you as awareness and the mind.
So I guess it's just a thought that I'm going to reach this place where I never misidentify with being the mind again.
You're okay. Yes, it is just a thought. And there is no such place that you will not be aware as awareness. Awareness of being what you are, you've never not been this awareness. It's impossible for you to not be this awareness. But you are identified with your mind and are thinking that you're not this awareness and that one day you're going to be this awareness. You are thinking that one day you're going to be yourself. How far are you from yourself? How far away from the self are you?
No, I'm aware that I can never not be the awareness, but I don't experience that all the time.
Yes, you do.
But no, I don't.
Huh?
I'm not aware of it.
Tell me how you cannot be. Please tell me how you're not being.
So what is it then when you misidentify with the mind?
Yes.
You're still awareness misidentified with the mind.
All right, so you have your awareness, so to speak, covered up by your mind. And so you're thinking that you're not being the awareness because you're identified with the mind.
I want to reach the place where you don't cover it.
There is no reaching that place. You already are in that place. Stop identifying with the mind and you're already in that place.
How does one do that?
By inquiry.
That's what I do.
Well, you have to do it correctly.
Okay.
Your inquiry evidently has been like a dog chasing its tail, going in circles. That's not a judgment. You've got to look and see that. I'm sharing with you the simplicity of the process.
Once I get to that place of doing the inquiry, it's very easy, but remembering to do it gets more frequent, but it's still not all the time.
What seems to hinder your remembering?
Habits.
All right, and what form does that habit take?
I think it's just a habit of chasing after thoughts.
Yes, the habit of thought.
It's just an ingrained pattern, which I wake up to more and more to remember to inquire.
All right. So once you recognize that you're thinking, Now you're back in the mind.
No, I'm back in awareness. Once
you realize that you're thinking, who's doing the thinking?
Well, then I stop and I become the awareness that the thought popped into my field. That's how I describe it.
No, there's where you're misidentifying awareness with thought. You're saying that I'm popping back into awareness, but all you've done is in the mind you stop thinking. You've not transcended the mind. You've not left the mind. You're still in the mind.
Really, because it feels like I'm this room, and this furniture came in called a thought, and I become the room again instead of the furniture.
All right, who did?
I don't know. Yeah, it might be just another thought about a room.
I'm sorry?
It might be another thought about a room.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
So it's still the I that is now thinking room.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Huh?
I like that.
Well, that's where your block is, see? But right now, this moment, see? You can be free this moment. In fact, you are free this moment. See, don't think that you're not free in this moment, and you're already free.
When I think that, when I tell myself, wow, maybe I'm just free now, first of all, it's a thought, and then a thought follows that says, well, it won't last.
Yes. But again, that don't stop there. Who's having that thought?